About a month ago, we did a little bit of a Big Ten reset where we kind of broadly looked at the conference and tried to define contenders and tiers. And tier one at the top, we agreed, and I think everybody consensus mostly agreed, it was Indiana and Purdue. And since then, teams have had guys come in and out. Teams have added like 1 to 2 more transfers. Spots are being filled. Rosters feel pretty close to final at this point, minus 1 or 2 things. Illinois is still hunting a big fish. I think most other schools are pretty much solidified. Michigan's trying to get Jameer Watkins and maybe another player if he doesn't work out. All that said, what I want to discuss today is a question at the top of this. It was Indiana and Purdue. The only thing that has changed since is Kanon Catchings has left Purdue. Is it still Indiana and Purdue in a tier of their own at the top? Yes or no?
Yes.
So Kanon Catchings did not matter to. Are we in a Mason Gillis situation again? Is that what happened right here?
No, he mattered. He mattered, but I think this means clear cut that Indiana has the best roster. I would have heard arguments before. Indiana has the best roster in the Big Ten.
Okay. So, but why is Purdue still in the same tier with Indiana then for you?
They still got Braden Smith, right?
They still got the bad man, Braden.
They still got Braden. They still got Heidi. They still got Lawyer. They still got TKR. They still got all the other guys on the team. They still got
I know who's on their roster, but you just said it's worse than Indiana.
They still got Matt Painter.
Painter's got to be doing a lot of work, I think, if we're saying they're identically good. Like, are they in the same tier, but Indiana's 10 spots higher, or where are we at right now?
They're in the same tier, but Indiana is right now, they have the better roster, yes.
So what's the tier? What are we defining the tier as at the top of this league right now?
I mean, if I was making it, I would extend the tiers out a little bit with more teams. I think like if you're doing can win the Big Ten, it'd be Indiana, Purdue, and honestly, I think I'm throwing UCLA in there as well.
Okay, so we're talking ourselves into the Pac-12 migrants.
Yeah, at least one of them, yeah.
I don't like the way you phrase that.
Because you want me to separate Indiana and Purdue more.
I think if we're doing who can win the Big Ten, my answer would be Indiana, Purdue, Illinois, UCLA, Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio State,
Maryland,
Rutgers, and Oregon. I think those are the teams that could win the Big Ten.
That's like 10 teams.
That's 9 teams.
That's a lot of teams.
Those are the teams that could win the Big Ten. But that's not the tier here. Like, it would be unexpected if 7 of those teams win the Big Ten. So, like, I will hear that argument. Like, yeah, but to me, it's like, is there a team to beat here now or no? Because previously, pre-Kanon Catchings decommitment, it was like toe-to-toe, head-to-head. Indiana and Purdue are very similar caliber teams. And the reality here is Kanon Catchings was a big part of what Purdue could be next season. If they were going to be the high ceiling of Purdue next year, Catchings was going to be great. If he wasn't great, then it was going to be, well, they still have a decent floor because of Braden and TKR. But if you remove that variable entirely, I think like it's a pretty big shot to the Purdue team that, yes, I still believe in. I still think they could make a deep run in March, but like, I'm going to be honest. I'm sitting here after the Catchings decommitment. I have to drop Purdue from where I had them in the top 25. And I think I have to drop them in like my Big Ten hierarchy a little bit.
How much?
Off of the Indiana line, which is what
Indiana's by themselves.
Yeah, because look, man,
Mike Woodson's still their coach. I know you're more of a Woody believer than I am.
Mike Woodson, let's remind ourselves here. In the Zach Edey era at Purdue, Mike Woodson's 3-3 against Matt Painter. How'd that happen if he stinks?
He also missed the tournament.
I understand that, but like we can't sit here and say like One guy straight up can't coach. It's always been about roster construction and talent with Woodson, and now he has a great roster.
Where would you say Mike Woodson ranks in Big Ten coaches?
It's a really loaded question because it depends. Like, who would I want to run my program? He's in the middle of the pack. Recruiting, I think he's really near the top. Roster construction is the question for him. It's not. I don't think he's a horrible in-game coach. I think he just, if he doesn't have a good roster, he's not going to elevate them. We know that. But he has he doesn't need to elevate this roster.
But he has a great roster. That's where
yeah. What does he need to elevate with this team? He has 11 guys that are playable and good. Like, if Miles Rice stinks, then okay. Hopefully Carlisle's good. If Carlisle stinks, then Trey Galloway's good. If Galloway stinks, then Bryson Tucker's good. You want to move to the front court? Because they have as many options in the front court as they do in the back court. Like, they're loaded. And that's the difference for me with Purdue right now is like Purdue was banking on, really, in my head, 6 guys for next season. It was going to be Braden, it was going to be TKR, and it was going to be Colvin, Heidi, Lawyer, Catchings. You remove Catchings, now we're like, okay, Miles Colvin better be great. And if Miles Colvin isn't great, then Cam Heidi better never miss a step. Like, and Fletcher Lawyer better not go through another slump. Like, it removes the whole big safety net that they had that one of these guys didn't need to hit. Now all 5 of them need to hit to be the high ceiling that we hope they would hit. And it could happen. I still believe in these guys, and I definitely believe in Painter. But, like, I've been a loud Purdue advocate all offseason, and the Catchings news is like a big hit to my agenda.
Yeah, I mean, like we said in the Catchings video, like, at the end of this, you need to realize you lost a very talented basketball player, and talent wins games, whether you want to admit it or not. Other things factor into that, but damn it, give yourself a good chance by having talent. That sometimes will mask some things.
Yeah.
Indiana is the most talented team in the Big Ten. Indiana has the best roster in the Big Ten. I think it's clear cut.
For those reasons,
when I'm making my tier 1, they're the first team on there.
For those reasons, I'll say it. Indiana is the team to beat in the Big Ten, period. They are alone at the top of this league for next season. And if anybody else gets them, that is a statement on Mike Woodson. Like, they should win the league next year. They should. Will it happen? I don't know. I think there's 9 teams that could win the league. So that probably points to the fact that I still have some doubts. But no, if we're just doing this, like, they are the best team. They're the best team coming into next season. And until one of their top 6 decommits, I guess we can have the conversation again. But I feel like I don't think I'm crazy for saying that. Do you think I'm crazy for saying that right now?
No, I don't think so.
Who wins the Big Ten next year?
Rutgers.
That's crazy, dog. Where?
No. Honestly, given all this, it's going to be a share title.
Give me your top 5 then. Rattle through the top 5. You going to tell me like UCLA shares it with Rutgers now?
No. My top 5 would be Purdue, Indiana.
So Purdue's 1? You said Indiana was the first name off your list. Then you named Purdue first.
Because when it comes down to it, Mike Woodson's still their basketball coach, and I don't think he's got that.
It's really harsh of you.
It is very harsh of me, but I'm willing for him to show me. I'm just not buying it. Purdue, Indiana, Illinois, UCLA.
That's 4. Who's 5?
Oh, do you ask for 5? My apologies. Maryland.
So Rutgers, who you just named, is not in it. Michigan State, who always is near the top, is not in it. No belief in Michigan. Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And Rutgers. Okay. This is going to be a wild year in the league. I think Indiana wins the league by 3 games. I think Purdue comes in second. I think Rutgers 3, Illinois 4, Michigan 5.
Said Michigan 5?
Talking myself into the Wolverines car, and I think they're going to get our guy.
Oh, okay. Good on you.
The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media big board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.